Hey, it's me, Renee. I'm back. So, these days, a lot of stuff is happening. You have the situation in the world, with health situation, with the coronavirus, the virus. You have, yesterday there was an earthquake in Zagreb, and then before that, you've had. I was about to say something, and I completely forgot. But yeah, the world, it's a messy, messy place. And yeah, a lot of people have been doing this, so I suppose kind of jumping on a bandwagon. But yeah, so because of how the world is, because of that the world is how it is at the moment, a lot of things are cancelled. A lot of things are being pushed back, and that's sad. And yeah, you could do one thing. Well, one of the things that I first thought about when I thought of the seriousness of the situation we are in. First, of course, I thought, oh my god, I hope no one I know die. I hope no one I know or myself gets sick, which is one of the thoughts that goes through your head. But after I stopped panicking, or slightly panicking, which I did, I realized I won't be getting to see Onward. Not this moment. Like, Onward had started being in cinemas before this all escalated, but I hadn't gotten to see it yet, and now I won't see it for many, many weeks. And there's lots of other movies that I won't get to see. Lots of movies and TV shows that have delayed filming, so lots of stuff being affected. So yeah, you can do one of two things now. A, you can be very sad because of none of things that's happening, because you wanted them to happen when they happened, like you wanted to see Black Woman now, Black Woman, Black Widow, you wanted to see Onward, etc., etc. Or on the other hand, you can be very appreciative of what you have. So right now in this video, I'm going to give you tips on happy things that'll make you happy during this sad, frustrating, panicky time. So this will not be just books. Some people are giving book recommendations, which is all good and fine. But sometimes you want to have other stuff than books. Even though, of course, this is a booktube channel. So I'm gonna... Yeah, sorry, I'm very shaking. So I'm gonna give you some book tips. But I'm gonna give you other stuff as well. Now, you might think, what is my what is going to be uh, my order? Well, I'm going to start with TV. So, and yeah, I'm usually going to do like one short and one long. So, something that's fun and you can rewatch, and something that's long that you can take your time with. And yeah, let's get into it. First, I'm going to give you the biggest recommendation, one of the best recommendations you'll ever see, because it's just so, so good. What is it you're asking yourself? Well, it's Coupling. It's a TV series from the early offs. It started in 2000, sorry, and went on till 2004. It's actually Stephen Moffat's one of his early TV series. It's based on his life, actually. And if you take a quick look, you might see some familiar faces. For example, Captain, what's his name? Not sure, but he's one of the characters from Pirates of the Caribbean. And then you have Gina Bellman, who also played in Leverage. And yeah, the others haven't done that much outside of Britain, but still, yeah, Coupling. So, what is Coupling? It is a standalone. It's a stand-up. My head. It's a sitcom. Sorry, that's the word. Sitcom. It's a sitcom of these friends, but of course there's also romance intrigues that happens. So there's a lot of focus on romance within the group, but it's also focus on like they also sometimes date people outside of the group. And yeah, there's also some words, plot lines with the work, but there's not much of them, but there are. And yeah, it's very, very fun. It's actually, because it's one of those British series, it's not like many episodes actually. Even though it's 4 seasons, each episode has like 6 or 7 episodes, so it's not like a huge amount of episodes. So, what should you expect from this? Expect laughter. Expect to laugh so much you'll lose your breath. It's just so fun. Expect to feel like, yeah, that's a good way of saying it. It's kind of quirky, but it's fun because they have like fun insights into life and romance and stuff. Expect to be, expect to be like you know these people, that to be connected to the characters. Expect to feel like they're your friends and family. They have each have like one like um type that you can go for. Like there's the shy one, there's the normal one, there's the weird one, there's a dumb one, etc. etc. And yeah, coupling, so good. Actually, I love coupling. You can find on YouTube, which is quite convenient, really. But you can also find it. I think you can find it on more or less any words. Any what's the word again? You can find it on any like DVD. No, so region. Like you can find it for Australian DVDs. You can find it for American DVDs, etc., etc. It went around the world. Like people, you could, if you're lucky, you could find people from anywhere around the world who'd seen this, because it was big in its time, really. Now I suppose it's more forgotten because Stephen Moffat now is more known for Sherlock Holmes and Doctor Who. But yeah, before that, he did coupling. Definitely check it out. 7 minutes and all stuff. It's gonna be a long video. Just deal with it. Then next, I have one that's a bit more, sorry, a bit more known, but still some people might not know it. Some people might think, maybe I'll try it now. Anyway, it is Merlin. So this is a TV series from also Britain, also Great Britain. So it's all the English accents. Well, it is an English myth, so yeah. It's a TV series of 5 seasons, 6 seasons, 5 or 6 seasons. I think maybe it's 5. Anyway, lots and lots of seasons, and this series actually has lots of episodes, so you got lots of juice to enjoy. I think the first seasons have like maybe 12, and then they go up to like 20, and then they stay around 20. And yeah, there's lots of familiar faces from British actors, British famous actors in this, so that's gonna be fun as well. It's like, oh, that guy. Yeah, and actually, that's words. That librarian in Buffy, he plays the king in this one. What is his? He plays Uther. What is his name again? He has a known name. What is his name? It is Anthony Head. Anthony Head plays in this one. So yeah, that's very fun, really. It's both full of action, as you see. I mean, it's Merlin. The concept is actually Merlin's early years. Often you think of Merlin as an old dude. Here, it's a young dude. It's a young man. So it takes some of the myths and twists up a bit about it. So that's quite fun, really. So, like, if you know a bit of the Merlin myth, you might be so confused here or there, but you might be surprised because they don't take the normal route. That's kind of fun. So yeah, you have the action side to it, you have the fantasy side to it, you have the friendship side. They get to be friendship very cool, cool very quickly. But it also have a very fun side. There's lots of jokes in it. It's so funny. And yeah, Merlin, definitely check it out. It's definitely highly worth your time, worth your watch. Really, it's just So good. Then, moment. Oh yeah, I didn't say so, but actually, I'll decide I'm gonna do 2 from each. I could give you tons of TV recommendations because I love TV. But then we'll be sitting here until 2050. So yeah, I'll just have to stop someplace. But if you want more TV recommendations, just ask me. I'll give you in the comments. Yeah. So yeah, I decided actually just simply to go with 2 for each. And actually, a moment. So yeah, now I'm going to show you some CD. Oh yeah, actually CDs. No, I'm actually going to show you some music recommendations. Because music, yeah, it's great thing to have. You really, music. You can listen to it while you're walking because sometimes you can walk even though you're quarantining to get some air and stuff. You can listen to it while you're just relaxing. It's just such a great medium, really. And yeah, I'm gonna give you some music tips. First and foremost, this one it's kind of obvious, but still, it's one of those I really love myself, and it's The Killers, especially Hot Fuzz, which includes Mr. Brightside, Somebody Told Me, and thing. And other songs. But yeah, most known for Mr. Brightside and Somebody Told Me. So yeah, I really like this CD. It has lots of great songs on it, and actually, I kind of like Somebody Told Me more than Miss Brightside. I suppose like I kind of listened, I heard Somebody Told Me first, so that's more like my memory, my song. But Miss Brightside is good as well, and yeah. It's just lots of good songs to just relax to, or you can dance them to like dance out the stress, or you can listen to them while you're walking or doing stuff, or yeah, put some smile on your face and fix it there. It's just so good. And then I have, sorry, a bit as usual, but like coffee, not coffee, but yeah, I suppose. And then I have like the quirky recommendation. I suppose I think more or less all the recommendations will be one will be quirky and one will be like normal standard. So like one is uh obvious and one is more hidden gem. But yeah, so now I'm gonna go with Francisca Valenzuela, Mordete la Lengua. So this is a Chilean Canadian singer. She was born in Chile, but because she was born under the regime, they moved very quickly to Canada. So she grew up in Canada for a long time. So she speaks English very well. I haven't really listened to her interviews, but I know, at least I think she speaks well. But yeah, she's a feminist. She has other songs CDs than this one. This one came out in 2000 and I think like maybe 10, 11, 8, something like that. Probably says here 2008 actually. Yeah, so it's more or less 10 years old. And yeah, and this is a special edition, so it's an edition with like different songs and live and stuff. So she does sing mostly in Spanish, but because of her songs, they're very like poppy and like I feel very poppy and like music. I would say it's like a universal language, really. I mean, if a song is not folky, I think you can listen to pretty much any music from anywhere because you can feel a melody really, and you can still like understand the idea behind it. As long as it's melodic and a good voice, it won't really care. And I suppose for me, like I know Spanish, so this one is like something I really enjoy because I know I can understand it. But like I think you enjoyed pretty much anyway, really. And though she does have in this version, though she just have one song on the cover, the CD called Queen. She does in English. So yeah, she does have one English song really. And then in one of the songs, she just chorus in English in one of her Spanish songs. sort of mix it up a bit. But yeah, I mean, like, if you can listen to Shakira, she has lots of songs, and also them in Spanish and English, I suppose. If you like her, you might pretty well like Francisca. It's very good. Like, she writes, she does piano music. It's very melodic and very stylish and nice and stylish and weird. Okay, I don't have all the right words all the time, but yeah, this one is just definitely recommended. I actually try to listen to some of her other new songs because yeah, she has lots of songs, lots of CDs. I don't really like her new stuff that much, but she has some other songs that I like one of the songs that I know that's not on this cover, this on this CD, which I'll link in the blue. But yeah, but anyway, this CD I can just listen to forever. I love it so much, and I think it can help you as well. And yeah, I know I just said, well, just more or less said that I would stick to 2 recommendations for every stuff, but exceptions. I kind of like saw this in shuffle. I kind of thought, you know what, I'm gonna have to tell you about this one. So I suppose, wait, you all know about Disney. Lots of movies, lots of theme parks, etc., etc. They're the one of those who most affected by the virus because they have lots of movies. But actually, yeah, as you know, they also have lots of songs, they have lots of CDs, and they actually, a few years ago, they actually came up with this jazz and Disney. So it's famous people like Jamie Cullum, it's Gregory Porter, and then other people. Okay, yeah. So 2 famous people. I suppose the other people are famous, like those the most known. But they do like famous Disney songs on jazz with a jazz style to it. So it's very fun. So they like jazz it up. So yeah. So most of I suppose some of them are ballads, but most of them are jazzy songs. And some of these are actually done in French. 2 of these are done in French, so it's kind of fun, really. Can I would say like French? It's kind of a jazzy language, isn't it? I would say so. And yeah, this one, it's one of the CDs I really enjoy to listen to and really puts you in a good mood. And yeah, so definitely check this one out. There's actually another CD, and that's jazz, just Disney Just Jazz. I think there's just 2. It might be 3. I think at least there's 2. So yeah, now you know that. Definitely check it out. And yeah, this one is on YouTube for just the whole CD. It's on YouTube, so you can listen to it there, really. Or you can buy it, like me. I'm also... Yeah. Give me a moment. Yeah. Up next, we have... Sorry. We have 2 podcast tips. So, normally, before I hadn't really listened that much to podcasts, except the one exceptions. But then I started listening a bit more to them lately, and I decided, why not include podcast on this tip? Because podcast on this tip video, because podcast is very popular, it's very versatile, and yeah, it's probably something that people want to listen to and know about. So yeah, here you go. The first one, no, yeah, the first one. No, yeah. Some of them is the first one. It's just yeah, I didn't remember which was the first one. But now, yeah, this is the first one. So the first one is the History Chicks, which can imagine the book Rejected Princesses just in podcast form. So these 2 Americans, they take different female figures from history and talk about them for 1 hour or 1 hour plus a bit. They give them like context into the year, so they say like, okay, the year this person was born, this and this person was born, this and this person died, and etc. etc. So you get a feeling of the year, of the context of it, really, and then they give you like the life story of them, really. But yeah, I would say it's like a really fun way to learn something. Like, if you want to take this opportunity to learn stuff, but if you want to have fun while learning, and like, there's so many fun females, interesting females through history. They really needs and deserves more time in the spotlights. So yeah, it's just a very good, fun podcast, really. I haven't really listened to it so much lately. I just started listening to them, but so far I just love them. So yeah, I just wanted to give them a shout out to the History Chicks. So yeah, definitely check them out. They also have they also at the end of video podcast, they always say like, if you like this episode, you can watch this movie because it's based around the same thing. You can read this book, so they give you like tips for other stuff to check out as well. So that's quite fun, really. Sorry. So up next is a podcast you might know of if you pay attention to me, or if you pay attention to the world, because I think this is kind of one of the most known podcasts out there. It is the Gilmore Guys. So the Gilmore Guys is a podcast that kind of slightly ended last year, but they run for about like 3 years, from 2006 I think to 2018. I think so. I'll link it in Double and say the numbers in Double. Yeah, one of them is Kevin Porter, who's been a Gilmore Girls fan his whole life, and he wanted to rewatch the Gilmore Girls with someone. And so I wanted to do Gilmore Girls podcast, and he asked someone if they wanted to do it with him. I'm not sure if this was like rule, but anyway, the guy who ended up doing with him, Demi Ajidruiba, he had never seen a Gilmore Girls episode before, so that kind of became the concepts. A guy that's an expert on knows stuff, and a guy who's never seen anything. Like Demi, he knew some Gilmore Girls stuff because it's kind of hard not to, because Gilmore Girls is such a phenomenon, but he hadn't seen a full episode before. So yeah, you have like the different. You have the newbie, and then you have the expert. So it's fun, and they go through every episode of the seasons, every episode on Gilmore Girls, and they analyze it. Sometimes maybe quite a bit overanalyzing. They sometimes have guests on. They do interviews with the cast, with the casting directors, the music people, and looks interviews with them. And yeah, it's just very, very fun. And they also end up doing some live shows, which some of them are very fun. Some of them not that fun, but like most of them are very fun. I would actually highly recommend you check out the Jason Mantzoukas episodes, because he's just so fun. He's a bit over the top, but he's just very, very fun. So yeah, if you need a good pick-me-up, a good something to take your mind completely off stuff, check Gilmore Guys out. You can find them on SoundCloud, on iTunes, yeah, on different podcast places, really. As you can on History Chicks. Actually, History Chicks actually have their own website, so that's kind of fun. I'll link, of course, in the video. So yeah, and that are the 2 podcast tips I'm giving you. There are other out there. I just haven't gotten that much in podcast to yet, but those 2 are really, really go good for. I really enjoy and would highly recommend. Then, give me a moment. As always, not prepared. So yeah, I had to find some movies, because yeah, now it's time for movies. So the first one, did I just kick the camera? Sorry, camera. Sorry. Are you hurting? Probably not. Just me being oversensitive. But yeah, first is a unknown movie. It's not that unknown because it's got very famous actors in it, but like it's not highly known. So yeah, it's What's Your Number with Anna Faris and Chris Evans. He filmed this like between Captain America 1 and 2, so he was already Captain America while he did this. So it was like, Captain America's a rom-com. So yeah, this one is a rom-com. It's one of those smart rom-coms, I would say, at least. It's not completely cheesy, but it's not like smart, like, I'm gonna look down on you. It's just smart in that it's done in a very fun way. It's not over cheesy. And it's just very fun and good time, and definitely highly underrated movie. I've seen it several times, of course, and it's just so good. Very funny, but also very full of heart and tenderness. Will definitely give you a smile. I haven't given this a summary yet because I forgot about it. But anyway, yeah. So the main character, blah blah blah, Ellie. It starts with her being going to a bachelorette party, and they do this test, as you do, and they ask how many sexual partners have you had, and it turns out like this test tells you that if you had like over 20, then you're like a slut. So of course, Ellie, the main character, has had like 23 or something. So it's like, oh my god, I'm a slut. So then she decides to try to find a love of her life from her ex-boyfriends. So that's kind of quirky, but yeah, that's the concept. And she gets her neighbor to help her, and yeah, stuff happens. It's just very, very good book, movie. Highly recommend it. And then next we have one that's both known as was unknown. It's not the most known in the world, but it's I suppose more known than the other one. How do you define what's most known? I don't know. Anyway, it is The Road to El Dorado. It's a DreamWorks movie, as you can see. It came out in 2000, so before Shrek and everything took off for DreamWorks. Honestly, I would say this, in my head at least, my heart, this is much better than Shrek. So it's a movie about these two scoundrels, the thieves. They live in the 15th century Spain, and they end up by coincidence in El Dorado. They discover El Dorado. People in El Dorado haven't seen them before, and because of miscommunication, they are taken for being guards. So stuff ensues. And yeah, actually also the music is by Elton John. So yeah. And animation, as you see, it's very beautiful. It's just so good. It's so good. It's full of jokes. So if you need a fun time, check this one out. But it also has a good heart center, really. But yeah, it's just full of jokes and full of nice music and just so good. Everyone should see it. So goddamn good. Why not everyone is worshipping me for this movie? As they should. I have no idea. But it's just so good. So underrated, but so good. So yeah, and that's that one. So that's the two movies. And then I'm coming to the last, but of course not least, recommendation tips, which is, you've been paying attention, the books. So I decided with the books, well, as we did with the TV series, that I'm doing one standalone book and one series. I'm just gonna have to wait and see what I mean by that. Give me a moment. So, this is the books I'm talking about. Quite a few? Yeah. And I think like, that's a whole long series. Okay, so technically, it's not one series. It's a universe, kind of like Terry Pratchett has all Discworld books, but they're different series, same universe. So yeah, these are the Parasol Protectorate series. I've talked about them before, but you can never recommend a great book, too many times, can you? No, you can't. And yeah, this universe of her series is just so good. It's steampunk, so you have the fun technological aspects, but it's also fantasy. Well, steampunk is almost always fantasy, but yeah. So you have werewolves, you have vampires, you have completely new made up stuff like prenaturals or soulless ones, or you have metaнаturals. So yeah, you have different stuff like that as well. You have some ghosts, and it's just so good. You have LGBTQ plus stuff in it, and then you have I'm just gonna show you for 1 minute. So there's 3 different series. Well, yeah, there's 3 different series. There's the little moment. Blah, 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 blah. So there's the prequel, or the first in a timeline series, which is this one. You have the finishing school, or Etiquette and Espionage, first book, and then you have the second book, Courtship and Conspiracies, and then you have Menace and Mutiny, and Waistcoats and Weaponry. So this series takes place in a boarding school for spies in a steampunk world, which is just so damn cool. It's been described as Harry Potter for girls. I suppose it's right, because the boarding school is for girls, but it has like boys can perfectly love this series as well. It has all the female friendships. It has all the jazz of the. It also has love, of course, romance. It has drama and action and just everything you need. So that's that one. And then you have the first chronological book series. So this series came out first, even though it takes place in the middle. So like it's that one first chronologically, then this one, then the last one. So this one is adults. It has some sex, but not like huge. So like, if you don't love it, you won't be that bothered by it really. It's 5 books in the series, but I have bored away my first book. So yeah, if you like complicated, if you like rich stories, rich worlds, if you like lots of drama stuff happening, but if you don't like romance that much, don't worry, there's have romance in it, but it's not too heavy. You'll still enjoy it, and yeah, it's just very good, very very good. And then you have the last series, which is this one. Takes place last minute. Just had to check something. Sound like something was going on. It wasn't. But yeah, this one, which okay, I'm just gonna do it right. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oops. 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this series has found family. Great trope, really. Who doesn't love found families? It has LGBTQ plus representation. It has lots of shapeshifters. I suppose the whole universe has shapeshifters, but this one really has it. Like, more focus on it. It's very whimsical, and it has some action, but it's not like. I suppose this one is. I suppose they all have action, but it's not like any of them has like tons of action. Like, if you don't like action where like there's a war going on and stuff, it's not like that. But it's still very enjoyable, and you have conflict and stuff, and yeah, so it's very very good, and yeah, and aren't they great? Cool covers. I would really say that. Such cool covers, so eye-catching. And this guy kind of is on he's on the spectrum of words, on the autism spectrum. It's kind of weird, but it's like still nice. So yeah, that's that. And yeah. So yeah, you have those 3 series, and then you have these novellas. So you have the Supernatural Society novellas, which are all lesbian or gay novellas set in the world, but not like they're kind of digressing. And then you have Delightfully Deadly, which is the people from the characters from the finishing school series all grown up, so it's spies. And this one is kind of steamy, but not all of them are. This is one This is one. There's one coming out in a few months. I'll link it in the blue. I forgot to link it in the last one. I'll link this one in the blue. Don't worry. And then you have this one, which is a Chloe and courtship. So this one is the romance of the werewolves in the series. So this one is it's romance of the werewolves in the series. So it's a werewolf and human relationship romance. And this one has American in it, so that's kind of fun. This one has two werewolves, but it's supernatural society because it's queer romance. And yeah, so if you're looking for queer romance, definitely check this offer out. She got you covered. She definitely has you covered. And yeah, that's that really. I suppose. And I thought maybe this video will end up being like 1 hour. It didn't. Half an hour. I don't think it's that bad really. And yeah, now you have some recommendations to keep you busy, to keep you occupied, and to keep you escaped to escapism, to escape this horrible world. And yeah, I'll link stuff of course in the video. And yeah, if you have any recommendations, if you think like based on what I just told you, just like stuff you think everyone should know about, tell me in the comments. And this is me saying Renee out. Sorry, I forgot about this book. Yeah, I just talked so much about the series that I forgot about this book. Standalone. Talked about it a bit lately. I'll talk about it again because you can never recommend a great book too many times. So yeah, this book is a standalone. So it's a one off, but it's just still so good. Has a great heart in it. It's both very light, like it has some humorous chapters and stuff, but it's also so dark sometimes, like, oh my god, in the same book, how is it possible? So it's urban fantasy in that it's in our world, but it has some magical aspects. Well, I suppose of course, it's not of course, but yeah, for this one it is, because Steven, the protagonist, one of them, is invisible to more or less everyone. It's told from dual perspectives, so it's both Steven and Elizabeth's perspective, multiple perspectives. And yeah, it's just very, very good. Quotable, heartwarming, heart-wrenching. It has lots of, I suppose not lots, but it has some representation, and it's just so good, so eye-opening and quotable and fun and heartwarming and heart-wrenching and everything. Check it out. Definitely check it out. Yes, that's all. That's it, really. For reals, that's it. This is me saying Renee, definitely out.